Hi, Madrid. I'm sorry, people. This is a magic of the live episodes. Welcome, my dear listeners. Welcome in the new episode of Peter's English podcast. Welcome again in the live episode. This episode will be longer because I want to read you my whole series, Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo. This series is a detective series. It's only for adults. Children, go sleep now. And I'm going to read you all 7 fairy tales from this series. It will be fun. Enjoy your watching and listening, and we can start again. Welcome. And I'm going to read you my first fairy tale. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo. I'm Peter, a young student in high school living in the third largest city in Slovakia. I'm a good but shy student who often finds himself alone, bullied and lacking friends. I live with my parents and my younger sister Nina in a big house with a garden. I have a crush on a beautiful girl in my class. She's the most gorgeous girl around, yet I struggle to talk to her. Whenever she smiles at me, I'm left wondering if she likes me back, but shyness holds me back. I feel she might laugh at me. One evening, as I watch the news, I'm horrified to hear about young girls who have been kidnapped in our city. Anger and fear bubble inside me. Who could commit such dark deeds? The next day at school, my teacher calls me over and Reed fills my heart. Peter, your sister Nina isn't at school anymore. Do you know where she is? No, I don't, I reply, panic rising. My phone buzzes with a message from my parents. Peter, we're scared. Nina's teacher says she's missing. Do you know anything? I'm overwhelmed with fear. Just then Lucia Hrušková, the gorgeous girl from my class, approaches me. Hi, I'm Lucia. Do you have a problem? I'm Peter, and yes, I do. My sister Nina has been kidnapped, I confess. Lucia's eyes soften. Don't worry, I'll help you. How can you help me? I scoff. I'll tell you everything after school, she promises. After classes, I walk home with Lucia, my heart racing, not from happiness, but from worry about Nina. I have a secret, Lucia says. Promise you won't tell anyone? I promise. Now tell me how you can help, I insist. I'm a witch. My dad is a sorcerer and my mom is a witch too. I want to help you because you seem like a sweet guy who needs it, Lucia explains. Are you serious? I ask, half in disbelief. I'm not joking, she reassures me. I can feel your emotions. I know you're nervous around girls and I think it's sweet. I like you too. You know. Her words make me blush. Just then, she surprises me with a kiss, and for a moment everything feels right. After our romantic moment, fear creeps back in as we discover a mess at my home. Huge footprints leading away. What could have made this, I wonder. The next day, Lucia and I ask neighbors if they've seen anything unusual, but no one can help. That night, armed with Lucia's magic, we set out to uncover the kidnapper's secrets. As we hide in the shadows, a group of young girls walks by, unaware that danger lurks ahead. We follow them to a dark forest where a pack of werewolves gathers in a cave, and I spot Nina among the captured girls. Suddenly their leader, a powerful sorcerer, sees us. Ah, Lucia, my daughter, he greets. Is he your dad? I whisper horrified. Yes, Lucia replies, tears in her eyes. I wanted to save my family, but I can't hurt you. The sorcerer reveals their dark secret. To break a curse that turned them into werewolves, Lucia must sacrifice her love for me. I don't want to kill my boyfriend, she pleads. I understand, I say. What if I give my blood instead? The sorceress hesitates, considering my offer. The love between you two might just end the course. In a moment of bravery, I offer my blood to save us all. The magic of our love envelopes us, and together we break the curse, freeing Lucia's family from their werewolf form. In the end, we emerge as heroes, Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo. Together we'll tackle supernatural crimes, with our love guiding us through very adventure. This was People, the first story, and we can continue with the second story. I hope you will like it. Wait a minute. Here is. I have to repeat that this series is for adults. My Peter's fairy tales are only for adults. It'll be content that is for adults. Dear children, this is not stream for you. Go sleep. This is only for adults. And we can continue with the second story. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo 2. It was Friday evening. A man was chatting with a beautiful young lady on the other side of the internet. She wanted to meet him outside near the dark forest in end of the city. She wants to meet me. I'm going to meet her. It'll be fun. The man was thinking. He bought a ticket for bus and he went to the bus stop. The bus came and the man was chatting with her. He was looking at her picture that she sent him. She's so sweet and beautiful. I'm really looking forward to meet her, the man was thinking. The bus with him came to the last bus stop near the dark forest. He got off the bus and he was waiting at her. The man was really nervous. Where is she? The man was thinking. The mysterious young lady was waiting near him. She came to him and she started to kiss his throat. I was sitting with my girlfriend Lucia Hrušková in the cinema. We were watching a very good horror movie and Lucia was very scared. She was hugging me. She started to kiss me. It was a very good date when the cell phone rang. Who is interrupting us? I was in a very good mood, Lucia said. I was very angry but I answered the call. What happened? I said. Hi Peter, can we Lucia right now? It's very important. You have to see it, said the police officer. Okay, we're going to go right now, I said. Our date was finished and we came to investigate a new crime that was very mysterious. When we arrived at the place of the crime, we could see dead body of the naked man who was raped. We could see 2 red dots on his throat. He was white and as a wall. He didn't have any blood in his body. I don't believe in vampires, but it was a very mysterious and interesting crime. My girlfriend Lucia was very scared and she told me it was a vampire. I don't believe in vampires that are in a fairy tales. Everything is possible, I know, but we have to be careful, I said. Lucia used her magic powers to investigate the crime. I can feel his feelings. He wanted to have fun. His wallet is full of money. Our vampire didn't want to steal money. It wanted to hunt this man. I'm sorry, people, we can continue. He liked when his victims are scared and he likes to drink a blood from men. It's a female vampire. Phew, that's very interesting. I smell a woman's perfume and I feel a woman in him. It was a woman. She likes to hunt men. At first she hunts men, then she rapes them and drinks their blood. I can feel her angry. She hates men. She can use her beauty and vampire powers to seduce every man. She is very pretty and dangerous. We have to stop her, Lucia said, and she stopped to use her magic powers. I want to see facts. I don't believe in fairy tales, I said. I was very scared too. It seems like a job of a vampire, but I don't believe in fairy tale and I wanted to investigate this crime myself. We found Lucia. I wanted to show her that it was a normal crime. The next days were very hard. We could find a dead man every day. Every dead man was raped, he was naked and he didn't have any blood. We found 2 red dots on their throat. Lucia used her magic powers, but we didn't know anything. Our killer was very smart and it didn't leave any prints. One day I had a new message from a very attractive and very pretty young woman. Hi Peter, you're a very handsome young man. I know that you're looking for me. Don't you want a fun in the forest with me? Look at my pictures. Do you want to have me? I have a lot of messages from girls. It could be a joke, but I'm very curious man, and it could be our killer. I started to chat with her. I have a girlfriend and I love her a lot. She answered me very quickly. Don't worry about it. I don't tell her anything about our little fun. She sent me the place of our meeting. It was ruins of the castle that was near the city. I agreed with the secret meeting with her because I wanted to catch her. I didn't tell my girlfriend about my journey. She wanted to meet me today evening. I prepared myself very carefully. I'll show you that nobody can do so evil things. I'm stronger than this woman and I can protect myself. The time of my journey began. I prepared myself for the journey and I came to the place of our meeting. A mysterious young woman came to me and she was very shy. I started to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Peter. Don't be shy. I don't want to hurt you. The mysterious, attractive and gorgeous lady introduced me and I was feeling very sick and strange. Lucia Hrušková, my girlfriend, was very worried about me. My boyfriend did a very stupid thing. I knew that she has my boyfriend. I was waiting for the message from her. My boyfriend was calling me. I answered the phone. Hi Lucia Hrušková. I have your boyfriend in my power. He is so handsome and sweet. I'll kiss him if you with your boyfriend don't end the hunting of me. It was the female vampire. Lucia Hrušková was very smart and gorgeous young witch. She loved her boyfriend Peter a lot. She has long brown hair and she doesn't use any extravagant clothes or makeup. She was a normal girl, a very talented witch with a good heart. She used her magic powers to find something about the mysterious female vampire. She found an article that was very sad. It was about a love between a young female vampire from the forest and a boy from the city. The boy was female vampire's boyfriend, but he found a new girlfriend and the female vampire raped him and drank his blood. Lucia Hrušková wanted to find the body of the female vampire and destroy it. She didn't know how to do it. She used her magic powers and she found the vampire's cave in the dark forest. She used her magic powers to move to vampire's cave. She was hiding herself, but the female vampire was feeling her. The fight started. The vampire was very strong and dangerous. Lucia used her magic powers as her weapon against the vampire. The female vampire was stronger. When female vampire won the battle, she wanted to trigger her blood and she sent Lucia a voice message to her brain. I didn't want to kill men. I have a boyfriend who didn't want to be my boyfriend anymore. I couldn't stop it. Have to continue my work here and you and your boyfriend Peter are my next food. Lucia saw her body in the coffin and she used a fire to destroy the coffin with the body of the female vampire. Lucia wasn't successful. This is the end of our life. This is the end of your life, the witch, female vampire said. In this moment came the mysterious female vampire queen. She was the most beautiful and the strongest female vampire in the world. And she successfully destroyed the coffin of the evil female vampire. She rescued them and said, I have rescued you, but the next time I don't rescue you. When I see your activities, my family will be successful. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo, was rescued by the mysterious vampire queen and they wanted to discover who she is and what are all other secrets of the dark forest. The end. This was, people, the second story. It was very interesting and we can continue with the third. Here is. We can continue. It is very interesting. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo 3. After our last adventure with the vampire in the dark forest, my girlfriend Lucia Hrušková had very strange dreams. She could see vampire queen who was commanding her army of female vampires. Lucia was very scared and she couldn't sleep well. She could see everything from the life of vampire queen. In Lucia's dream she was a female vampire and she was a daughter of the vampire queen. She was very evil and dangerous vampire who likes seducing men. She was the right hand of her mother, the vampire queen. She couldn't believe it, because she knows her mother as a good person who wants to help people. I wanted to talk with my girlfriend Lucia about her dreams, but she didn't want to scare me. Lucia felt that something isn't well. She used her magic to find the truth about her family. She found the truth that her mother was the vampire queen who had used her magic to seducing her father. Her mother was the evil and dangerous female vampire. She was a demon that has to be killed. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo, were investigating the new crime that was about the rise in a strange disappearances of victims that were people who left only their shadows. Lucia discovered that she was connected to the source of evil. She could see every step of her mother and her army. One day, to my class came a new girl. She's beautiful and charming, and I always have to see what is she doing. I don't know why, but I like her. I cannot stop to think about her. She always tried to destroy my relationship with Lucia, and Lucia discovered her dark magic that she tried to use to seduce Peter. Lucia told me that the new girl uses her dark magic to seduce me, but I'm sure that my girlfriend Lucia is only jealous on her. One day I discovered that I loved the new girl and I broke up with my former girlfriend Lucia Hrušková. Lucia was very sad. She cried a lot and she wanted to have me back for her boyfriend. She knew that the new girl isn't a normal girl from the school. Lucia's mother, the vampire queen, started to reveal her grand plan to turn all people into vampires, eliminating shadows as a sign of their dominance. I saw the vampire queen on TV. I'm your new queen. I'll turn all of you into my vampires. She was telling her plans with people on TV. Our government was very scared and gave her all the power because the vampire queen told them that stop her evil plans when she is the queen of all people. But she lies. I was on a date with my new girlfriend. We were watching the movie. She wanted to kiss me, but I saw a big sharp teeth and her devil's face. I woke up from the bad dream and I wanted to go away from the female vampire. But she was strong and she really wanted to drink my blood. Nobody comes to rescue you, sweetheart. I'm your girlfriend and I can do everything what I want, said the vampire. I cannot believe that I really ended my relationship with Lucia Hrušková, my real love. I was really scared and sad. I didn't know how to protect myself. In that moment, someone has rescued me. My former girlfriend Lucia Hrušková came to save my life. That's good. The female vampire said, "Hi sister, I'm your sister. Our mother wants to change you into a vampire too. You can be our strong power against our enemies." Lucia said, "Hi my evil sister, I know who you are. I know that you used your magic to seduce my boyfriend Peter. I want to have my boyfriend back. I want to apologize, Lucia. I made a mistake. I love you so much that I want to have you back for my girlfriend," I said. "That's okay. I discovered that it wasn't your fault," Lucia said. I had my real love Lucia Hrušková back. She was my girlfriend, but the vampire was too strong for Lucia, but her father came to help us and we escaped from the vampire. Lucia's father told us everything about the vampire queen and her daughter, who was his wife and his daughter. He wanted to help us to destroy her wife, and Lucia wanted to destroy her sister. The coffins with the old bodies of the vampires were in the dark castle near the city. We came there during the day. We found the coffins of the vampire queen and her daughter. They looked alive. Lucia's father wanted to destroy his wife because she used her magic powers to marry with him. Her wife was very beautiful. He couldn't destroy her body, but he was thinking about her evil marriage with him, and he decided to destroy the body of his wife. The vampire queen was dead, and Lucia Hrušková destroyed the body of her evil vampire sister. The death of the vampire queen and her daughter ended her magic, and all people were free, who were in the prisons. Peter and Lucia were very happy that their love won, and that their love was stronger. They were dating again and were very happy. The end. Now people This was the third. And we can continue with the fourth. Wait again. Why not? I'm only streaming it for 20 minutes. Why not? We have to wait. We have to wait from the text. It's here. Oh, it's so short. Okay. I'm going to read you the fourth story. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo 4. Lucia Hrušková was sleeping in her bed when someone broke into her house and kidnapped her. She was tied up in a prison. What happened? Why am I here? She asked herself. I was sleeping when my cell phone rang. I answered, and the police told me that my girlfriend Lucia Hrušková had been kidnapped. I started to investigate what happened to her. Her dad, Eldrik Hruška, came to me and I asked him if Lucia had any enemies. Eldrik told me that his daughter had dated a man named Ezekiel, who was very fanatical and evil. She wanted to change him, but it was impossible. Lucia broke up with him and he wanted to get revenge. It was possible that he kidnapped Lucia. Later I discovered that this guy had set up a secret group of fanatics who hated witches and everyone who was different. They wanted to create a totalitarian state where the state controls your every step and knows everything about you. Different opinions are considered criminal. Ezekiel, the leader of the group of fanatics, wanted to be a dictator. The members of the group worshipped their leader as a god. Ezekiel considered himself a god who could help people live without sin. The fanatics were a very dangerous group that was popular with young people. They offered simple solutions to the problems of ordinary people. Their biggest enemies were witches and people from abroad. Ezekiel came to visit Lucia in her prison. Hi Lucia, welcome to your new home. Don't you remember me? You didn't want me anymore. Hi Ezekiel, what do you want from me? Lucia asked. You'll see, sweetie, you like it, Ezekiel laughed. I was talking with Lucia's dad, Eldrik Hruška, when my cell phone rang again. I answered and I heard a very strange voice. We have your witch. Pay 20,000 euros if you want to see her beautiful face again. If you have to come along with the money. We found the police. I agreed, but I had a plan to rescue my princess. I contacted the police and told them about my plan. They agreed. I arrived at the abandoned house where the fanatics lived, carrying the money. The members caught me and brought me to the leader of the group. Now we have everything. Burn them all, said Ezekiel. In that moment, Eldrik Hruška showed himself and started to fight against the fanatics with his magical powers. I rushed to the prison, untied Lucia and rescued her. Then her dad followed us, and we started to run away. They began to pursue us, but the police caught them and locked them up in a jail. Ezekiel was sentenced to life in imprisonment. Lucia threw herself around my neck and kissed me, thanking for the rescue. She later wrote a book about totalitarian regimes and began to teach people about the dangers of totality and why living in peace and democracy is important for our lives. The end. I think that this was very educational and interesting story. And now we can continue with the fifth story. Here is. Yes, here is. Oh, okay, I can do it. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo 5, Forbidden Love. Peter and Lucia were eating dinner together when Peter's cell phone rang. I think we have a new job, I said. I answered the phone and sure enough, we had a new case. Natalie, a very attractive young woman, had disappeared, and her parents needed our help. The next day, Lucia and I visited Natalie's parents. They lived in a large house in the center of town and were clearly very, very wealthy. We sat with them to discuss Natalie's disappearance. Her father said, "Natalie is a sweet girl, only 18. She's beautiful and has always been a good daughter. We found a good husband for her, and she agreed to the marriage. We don't understand why she would run away. She had everything she could possibly want. We need you to find her." "Don't worry, we'll find Natalie," I said. We started investigating, trying to figure out why Natalie had disappeared. She had a lot of friends, but her best friend was a girl named Jane. We went to see Jane, but at first she didn't want to help. When we told her that Natalie could be in danger, she opened up. I've known Natalie for a long time," Jane said. "She's always been close to her parents, but they made most of her decisions for her. Recently, she seemed different. She was in love, but she was acting nervous and secretive. She met someone, but she didn't want to introduce him to anyone, not even her parents. She was afraid." We continued our investigation, and Lucia used her magic powers to sense that Natalie had kept a diary. Jane eventually told us where to find it, buried in the ground near a large tree in the forest. When we retrieved the diary and started reading it, we learned the truth. Natalie's diary. "Dear diary, today I met the man of my dreams. He's so handsome and lives in the forest with his family. I was swimming in the lake when he came out of nowhere and stole my clothes. At first I was angry, but there was something about him. I started to feel drawn to him. He's so charming and sweet. We started seeing each other, and then I found out he's a werewolf. I was scared at first, but he showed me his word, and I realized he's a good guy with a kind heart. I want to be with him, not the man my parents chose for me. They never cared about what I wanted." We tracked Natalie down to the forest, where she had been seen with the young werewolf by the lake. We approached her to see if she was safe. She seemed happy. "Hi Natalie, I'm Peter and this is my partner, Lucia Hrušková. Your parents are worried, sick about you," I said. "My parents never cared about my feelings," Natalie replied. "They want me to marry someone I don't even know. I like my boyfriend. He's a werewolf, but he's good to me." Just then the man her parents had arranged for her to marry appeared. He looked furious. "Natalie, I come to take you home. I love you. Come with me before the werewolf hurt you." "I'm sorry," Natalie said firmly, "but I love my werewolf and I want to stay with him." Enraged, her would-be husband became aggressive and tried to force her to leave. The werewolf boyfriend arrived just in time, and the two began to fight. The werewolf won, but the man pulled out a knife, intending to kill him. That's when Lucia used her magic to stop the fight, and we called the police. After everything calmed down, we explained to Natalie's parents what had really happened. They were shocked, but they realized they had made a mistake by trying to control Natalie's future. They apologized to her, admitting that she should be able to choose her own path. Over time, they even became friends with the werewolf. Natalie stayed in the forest with her true love, and they had many children together. The man who had fought for her found happiness too, with a new girlfriend. As for us, Peter and Lucia, we returned home to celebrate our success and the power of true love. The end. That was people. The fifth episode of the series, and we can continue with the sixth, and only 6 and 7, and that's it. And we have to wait. Oh, that would be interesting. Peter and Lucia Hrušková, the detective duo 6. Jonathan Blackwood was a successful author of novels for adults. He was a very rich married man, but his marriage wasn't successful. He often argued with his wife Victoria Blackwood about everything, and the love between them had disappeared. They slept separately in different rooms and no longer wanted to talk to each other. He had his own female assistant named Emily Carter. Emily Carter was a very beautiful and attractive young lady who had worked as his right hand for 2 years. She was funny, sweet and intelligent, a very good worker. One day Mr. Blackwood received a letter without an address. Dear Mr. Blackwood, you have wandered too close to the truth, and there are forces watching you every move. If you value your life and everything you hold dear, stop your investigation and disappear quietly. There will be no second warning. Remember, not all stories have happy endings. Anonymous. Mr. Blackwood was very scared. The next day, Mrs. Blackwood discovered that her husband Jonathan had disappeared. She called the professionals, us. I discovered that I needed to protect myself, so I finished a self-defense course. Thanks to it, I learned Asian martial arts. Yes, of course. My girlfriend Lucia was very happy because she had completed the self-defense course before me and also knew Asian martial arts. That's great. I don't need to rescue you. You can protect yourself and I can sleep in peace now. Lucia always joked. It was a good idea because my cell phone rang. We had a new job. Mrs. Blackwood called to say that her husband Jonathan had disappeared. She was crying and very scared. Lucka was in the shower when the phone rang. Lucka, we have a new job. Mr. Blackwood has disappeared and we need to find out why and what happened, I said. That's very sad. Wait for me, she replied. After some time, Lucka finished her shower and we went to visit Mrs. Blackwood. Mrs. Victoria Blackwood was a beautiful and attractive young woman. She was crying while we talked about her husband. We discovered that the marriage between her and her husband was destroyed. They didn't want to talk to each other, but they also didn't want to change their status. Her husband Jonathan knew a few people who could have had a motive to kidnap her. The first person was his rival, a very successful author of novels for adults named Alexander Sterling, who hated him a lot because Jonathan was more successful than he was. The second person was his publisher, Martin Ashford, who was frustrated because he wanted to earn more money from his client, Jonathan Blackwood. The third person was his female assistant, Emily Carter, who was not only beautiful and attractive, but also smart and intelligent. She hated him because she loved him. But Jonathan didn't want to be her boyfriend. The story was intriguing, and we had a lot of work to do. Everyone could have kidnapped Mr. Blackwood. Everyone was suspicious. The most controversial and suspicious person was Emily Carter, his assistant, because every piece of evidence pointed against her. It was interesting how quickly she became the most suspicious person, but we wanted to discover the truth and gather more evidence. We watched Emily's every step. We can continue, people. One day Emily Carter went to visit Mrs. Blackwood. She wanted to support her and be polite, but she saw Mrs. Victoria in bed with her lover, Derek Blackwood, Jonathan's brother. She started to record a video with her cell phone in which the couple was talking about the plan to kill Jonathan. But they saw her. They caught her, but Emily sent the video to Lucka's cell phone. The couple wanted to kill her and demanded to know the hidden location of Jonathan, but Emily managed to escape. We wanted to catch them, but they were smart and evaded us. The couple sent us a message that Jonathan's rival, Alexander Sterling, was tied up and hidden somewhere. We sent to rescue him. Emily Carter was running to rescue her lover, Jonathan Blackwood, who was hiding in an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere. She came with a plan to rescue him, but the couple discovered Jonathan's hiding place and wanted to kill both of them. Emily was determined to save her lover and attacked the couple. At first, she stunned Jonathan's brother, but Jonathan's wife Victoria had a big knife and knew how to use it. Emily tried to stop Victoria, but Victoria was better with the knife. She caught Emily and Jonathan forced to send her all his money from his bank account because Victoria had threatened to kill Emily if Jonathan didn't comply. Once Jonathan sent the money from his bank account to hers, she wanted to kill them both. But the detective duo Peter and Lucia Hrušková arrived just in time. Perfect. Lucia used her magic power to rescue the victims and Peter caught the couple. Jonathan got his money back, fell in love with Emily, and she became his girlfriend. The detective duo also rescued Jonathan's rival, Alexander Sterling, who had been buried in a coffin underground, but Lucia used her magic power to save him. They all lived happily together in peace and love, and they had a sweet little daughter. We are her godparents. The end. I don't know if this is the right word, godparents, but okay. And now, people, the last story, the last 7, and that's it. We have to wait a little. We have to wait. And now, the best. This is the best of. This story isn't very long. We can start. It isn't an episode. It's episode 7 of this series. 18 years ago, the Dragons Company was a powerful and evil organization with a vast fortune. Its owner, Dragon, was a wealthy dragon man who had 3 daughters. The dragon's daughters were Vladimira, the eldest, known for her cunning and ruthlessness; Milena, the middle sister, manipulative and seductive; Draga, the youngest, with a fiery temper and deep hatred for Peter's family. The sisters were successful, intelligent, attractive young women who built a formidable organization. They had friends everywhere. The Dragons Company enforced strict rules for anyone who entered their domain. The company wielded significant power. Peter's father killed Dragon, but at the time, his daughters were just young girls, and he believed that they would be good. However, they grew into evil and terrifying women. Once they reached adulthood, the 3 daughters inherited their father's dark empire, becoming successful and dangerous. They harbored a deep resentment towards Peter for what his father had done and sought revenge. To execute their plan, they awakened Lucia's vampire sister Zora, who despised Lucia and wanted to turn her into a vampire. Initially, Zora seduced Mary's husband, who was a vampire werewolf hybrid. This act filled Mary with sadness and rage. She sought out Zora to confront her. Peter noticed something was off with Lucia. She seemed unwell, and no one could explain why. He began experiencing strange dreams every night, haunted by visions of Zora draining Lucia's blood. The following day, Peter discovered 2 red dots on Lucia's neck. Perfect. Confirming his worst fears. Zora was indeed drinking Lucia's blood nightly. That's terrible. Desperate of answers, Peter realized Lucia was transforming into a vampire and intended to feed on him. Luckily, Mary intervened just in time to save Peter from Lucia's impending attack. Thank you for your help, Mary. We found you. I'd be a vampire now, Peter exclaimed. You're welcome. We need to find out who's behind this, Mary replied. The answer came swiftly in the form of a threatening message. It's time to pay. This message was from the 3 Dragons sisters seeking revenge for their father's death. Don't worry, I'll help you. Zora seduced my husband, and I want him back while also destroying their organization. I'll protect you, Mary assured Peter. The next day, Mary discovered how to defeat Zora. She learned that Zora slept in a coffin within the ruins of a nearby castle. To end the threat, they needed to find Zora's coffin and burn it. However, the situation was complicated by Zora's powerful connection to the Dragon's company, which had its own agenda. The sister pet, a massive dragon, guarded Zora's castle day and night. Mary devised a plan to befriend the dragon for their advantage. That evening they approached the castle, and Mary bravely climbed onto the sleeping dragon. When the dragon awoke, it was furious and ready to attack. However, Mary, knowing how to communicate with dragons, managed to calm it down. She promised the dragon that she would rescue its children, which had been taken by Zora. The dragon, eager to save its own offspring, agreed to help Mary. Mary went in search of the dragon's babies while Peter sought out Zora's coffin. However, Mary fell into a trap. Zora had tricked her. Zora captured Peter while Mary's husband, under Zora's influence, threatened to kill her. Zora intended to drink Peter's blood when Lucia suddenly appeared, having overcome Zora's poison coursing through her veins. This set the stage for an epic battle. Lucia attacked Zora, leading to a fierce confrontation. During the chaos, the dragon returned and began wreaking havoc, burning everything in his sight. Peter finally located Zora's coffin, and with Mary's help, they burned it after defeating Zora. Lucia emerged victorious, reverting back to her human form. However, the dragon still posed a threat. Using her charm and beauty, Mary managed to befriend the dragon, securing its loyalty. And so with Zora vanquished and the dragon now on their side, the battle came to a close, but the threat from Dragon's company remained. The end. This was, people, the last story about it. You can see that I haven't finished it, but I think it's for now the last episode. I think that my stories are interesting. Who knows? Everyone has different opinions, but my opinion is that my stories are about learning learning English. But thank you for your watching. If somebody has watched it, I don't know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for everything. Follow me, write me. We can create Peter's English podcast community where we can practice our speaking skills together in a fun way and be friends and create video episode and stream. Thank you for everything. Bye bye.